a sex coach for men, I have a unique perspective on how men treat their penises. At this point, I think it's safe to say that I have pretty much seen it all, and I have noticed some common patterns that are keeping men back from reaching their full sexual potential. In this video, I'm going to share the top 5 things men should never do when it comes down to how you relate to and use your penis. More likely than not, you are doing at least one of these 5 things, so make sure to watch until the end because I also share how to make some simple shifts that are going to have a drastic impact on not only how you relate to your own body, but also how women perceive and relate to you. First, why is this so important? Well, because most of the information that men are getting when it comes to reaching true sexual confidence and fulfillment centers on how you treat your lover. And while this is super important, the deepest and most important work starts within. In other words, how you treat yourself. And as corny as that may sound, if you make a few simple changes, the ones I'm going to break down, it could be the start to overcoming any sexual issues that you have ever encountered or will ever encounter. From stamina to dating to pleasing and connecting with a woman to having confidence to approach women and sex at all. So what are these 5 things you should never do with your penis? Let's get it started. Number 5, ignore your penis. So often men are disconnected from their penises. You might relate to your penis mainly based on the feelings of pleasure or release that it can provide you, or the steam that orgasming helps you to let off. But our bodies are always trying to tell us something, and it's important to tune into and figure out what each signal means. You've heard me say it before, if you subscribe to this channel, your penis is like a check engine light. And when it's not working as expected, it is trying to tell you something. Whether it's having problems getting or maintaining an erection, coming too soon and premature ejaculation, or any other change in your sexual performance, you can trust that this is always signaling something deeper. Maybe you're disconnected from your partner. Maybe you're feeling disconnected from yourself, or you're encountering more stress than you can handle at this stage in your life. Maybe there's an underlying health issue that you need to get checked out. If you notice a change in your performance or anything else having to do with your penis function, you should never ignore it. As we know, ignoring a problem rarely makes it go away. Notice the change, make an effort to examine what could be going on in your life that is causing it. Be a good detective for yourself. Number 4, never shame your penis. Shame is a big thing I see when it comes to men's relationships to their penises. Maybe you have some shame around what your penis looks like, his size, or maybe it feels like you don't have total control over him. This could be anything from coming too quickly, again, to not being able to maintain an erection when you want one, or maybe even popping a boner at the wrong time. The thing about shame is that it never leads to solutions. Shame only puts you in a spiral of despair, and it is a punishing way to make yourself feel like any issues that you encounter are way worse than they actually are. Just like any other part of your body, your penis is a gift. It isn't a thing that needs to be controlled or tamed. It's a part of you just like your hands, your eyes, your ears. If you experience changes with your eyesight, for example, are you gonna feel like you're less of a man because you can't read small text without squinting? Or are you gonna take care of yourself by visiting an optometrist and getting some glasses? Men put so much pressure on their penises, more pressure there than they put on any other part of their anatomy. Treating this part of your body with a bit more neutrality, curiosity, and kindness goes a long way towards getting truly comfortable with and achieving your own sexual best. Number 3, compare your penis to others. We have all done it, myself included, and we all know that comparing ourselves to others never ends with us feeling better about ourselves, not in a sustainable way. When I was in 8th grade, before I even started drinking coffee, my teeth weren't as white as some of my classmates, and I hated it. I used to compare my teeth to everyone else's until one day I was in art class and Mrs. Marsh told me that we all come with our own unique coloring. There's nothing wrong with the way that you were built. We are all made differently and your penis is no exception. So many men compare their penises to those they see in porn or even to the men that they see in like the locker room at the pool. The thing that you're possibly forgetting is that when it comes to sex and attraction, there's just as much diversity in what people are attracted to as there are in the ways that that our bodies look. You cannot compare yourself with what you think the perfect dick is. Maybe it's huge, arrow straight, and impossibly hard, like the penises that you see in porn. But I have heard groups of women and seen plenty of research that points to women's preferences when it comes to a man's penis. And let me tell you, we all like different things. At the end of the day though, the most important aspect of sexual attraction and satisfaction is the person that the penis is attached to. Focusing on comparison is using energy that would be better spent learning to accept yourself, as well as learning how to provide the most pleasure possible with what you were given. And when you accept yourself without apologizing for it, it creates a confidence that just radiates off of you. And you better believe that women notice. Number 2, you should never bring your penis out when it's not wanted or honored. Guys have gotten a lot of mixed messages about this. So many men are taught that they have to be the instigators when it comes to sex, that they have to take what they want and they have to have the confidence to assert themselves. And while making the first move is a great skill, you never want to bring your dick into the mix before you're sure that everyone else there really wants it to make an appearance. So obviously the big concern here is consent and respecting others. But there's also a subtler and equally important thing to consider. When your penis isn't being received with excitement and honor, you are also harming yourself. Think about it this way. Would you want to go to a wedding where you weren't invited? Like, you don't know the bride or the groom, there isn't a place set for you to sit, and you get the feeling that you're just not welcome. Sure, you could get away with crashing the party, right? But does it really feel good to be somewhere that you aren't wanted? Now, compare this to an event where you're the guest of honor. You're well seated, there's a place card with your name, and a meal that was specifically prepared for you. Everyone is happy to see you, and you are right in the mix. Isn't that a more fulfilling experience? As a general rule in life, go where you are wanted and where the people there delight in your company and desire more of you. And let your penis do the same. Only take him out when he is invited. Only bring him out when the person in front of you desires him, and you will go a long way towards earning self-respect as well as the esteem of others. And finally, number 1 thing you should never do with your penis is force it. It goes without saying that you should never force your penis on people who aren't interested, right? But it's also harmful when you force yourself to engage in situations that aren't a total hell yes for you. So many men feel like they have to engage with sex whenever it's available. And my advice to this is, if it isn't a hell yes, then it's a hell no. If you don't feel fully comfortable or interested in a situation, but you force yourself into it, this can lead to a whole lot of sexual dysfunction and a whole lot of bruising to your deep sense of self-esteem. Often this kind of behavior comes from a scarcity mindset. Maybe you feel like you have to sleep with this woman because you're not sure when you're gonna have the next opportunity to get laid again. Even though you aren't really feeling that connection, you tell yourself that you should anyways. Switching to a mindset where you only engage when you are totally into it brings you into a state of abundance. You are subconsciously telling yourself that it is okay to say no because you're worthy of the kind of sex and pleasure that you actually want, and you know that you'll soon find someone who you're actually interested in to share it with you. And not only will this make you feel better about yourself, but it will also make you more attractive to women. No one wants someone who's going for any scrap that they can get because they don't believe that they're worthy of the whole meal. And there you have it, my list of 5 things to never do with your penis. If you follow these instructions and treat your penis with the love and the respect that both you and him deserve, you will find yourself having a lot more quality interactions, better in bed performance, and a greater sense of deep, rich self-esteem. And of course, if you want help with any of this, I have got you. You can check out my course, Hard As You Want, where I break down all of the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and relational reasons that your penis might not be acting the way that you want him to. I also break down exactly what to do step by step to rebuild a connection and gain control over your sexual performance once and for all. Having better sex doesn't have to be difficult. You just need to know what to do. And remember, I also offer personalized one-on-one coaching for you and your specific goals and situation. And if you don't have the budget or interest in that, there are 400 free videos on this very YouTube channel. So make sure that you are subscribed if you want to have the best relationship with your penis, with yourself, and with the woman in your life. I'm Caitlin V. Thank you for watching. I will see you here next week. Bye.